Hi, everybody. Happy December. I hope that yours is off to a great start. I hope that you are getting a chance to slow down a little bit and enjoy the time with your family and your friends and your church people and all the people in your life who are important to you and who you have a chance to show the love of Jesus to and receive the love of Jesus from. I hope that is just absolutely evident for you this holiday season. So, I'm going to be changing the structure of my newsletters just a little bit. In my email newsletters, I really love being able to share just a little short devotional most weeks. Now, I only do my video newsletters once a month, but I really love being able to share what the Lord's teaching me. And so I think I'm going to start doing that with my video newsletters as well. A lot of times it is something that the Lord used my children to teach me. And if you have any children in your life whatsoever, you probably understand what I'm talking about. So my toddler goes to a little preschool program a couple of mornings a week so that I can work. And one of the things that they do in his class, because of the age that they're in and what they'll have to do in the next year, is up and down stairs. Now, we have stairs in our house, we have stairs at our church, and so my son loves stairs. It's one of those where he'll run towards them, and and we have to, no, wait for us, you're not old enough yet. But as they started doing it at school, started working on going up and down the stairs, he just really freaked out one day last week and he started sobbing, and they almost had to call me to come get him because that's just very not like him. He's very happy-go-lucky, easygoing. He's very much a mama's boy, but at school he really just has a good time playing with his buddies and having a good time dancing around, playing with vehicles. You know how it is. But he really got upset. And as we did some digging and I went up with him and kind of tried to figure out what the problem was because he's not afraid of stairs, what we realized is that they stop at the landings for safety because they have a little rail that the toddlers can go up that's lower. And then so they hold on there, and then they hold on to the teacher's hand with their other hand because they are little toddlers. And so they just want to make sure they're safe. And so they stop at every landing, and the class sits against the wall waiting for the rest of the class to be able to be brought up or brought down, depending on which direction they're going. Well, that was the part that was freaking him out, was the stopping and sitting. And what we realized, we're pretty sure, is that he was afraid they were going to leave him. He was afraid that the class was going to leave him, which of course they would never have done. But whether they take him first or they take him last, he's going to end up, on one landing or the other without a whole bunch of people around him. So we're practicing standing against the wall or sitting against the wall or something like that to help teach him that, they're not going to leave you, and just continuing to reiterate that to him. It's a work in progress. You guys know how toddlers are. But I started thinking about how often in my life I have freaked out about something that I was afraid of. I have allowed my brain to spiral in such a way that I wasn't taking my thoughts captive, as scripture says. And I will be the first to say that sometimes anti-anxiety medication is the best way to help slow your spiral so that you can take those thoughts captive. That is okay. I am here for it, here for therapy, love it. But I was thinking about how often I have all of these fears about things that may or may not come true, usually actually don't come true, but sometimes really do. And I started thinking about how I act as though I'm going to be alone in this. I'm going to be alone in this health issue. I'm going to be alone in this grief. I'm going to be alone in this conflict with this person. I'm going to be alone in this season of uncertainty. And that is just not true. I am not going to be alone. You are not alone. For the longest time, I used to tell my anxiety, the things that you're afraid of never come true. But then sometimes they would. And so instead of saying, fear, that's not what's happening. That's not what's going to happen. Instead, I focus on remembering the times in my life that the things I was afraid of did come true, and how the Lord walked with me through it, and how the Lord will walk with you through it. There is a verse in Isaiah 41:10 that says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will surely help you. I will uphold you with my right hand of righteousness." Isaiah 41:10. Guys, if I could tell you one thing that I know is true in my life, it is this verse. There are a lot of things I know to be true in my life, but this is one of the top ones. He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. He loves us dearly. And in the heavenly perspective that we don't always have, even though I pray that God will give me a heavenly perspective with situations. In His heavenly perspective, He can see it. We don't always have it. But He will never leave us, and He will never forsake us. And when the fears come true, He will give us the grace new every day. He won't give us the grace for future days. He will give us the grace for the day that we're in. He will give us the grace for today. His mercies are new every morning. I hope that was encouraging to you today, as it has been for me. Wherever you are, wherever you're going, wherever your heart is right now, you are loved and He is with you. Speaking of being exactly where God has planted you and exactly who God has created you to be, I'm going to pivot into a little bit of housekeeping now regarding the actual news portion of the newsletter. But I do hope that encouraged you. So I hope that you guys have fallen in love with Memories in Mistletoe. I really loved writing it. I really loved writing Jace and Hannah's story. She might be one of my favorite heroines that I've ever written. I love the idea of being who God created us to be and losing any shame or embarrassment or desire to put on a mask for other people. Who we are, as my daughter said yesterday, Mommy, we are all special. Yes, we are, because God created us special in His image. Now, so I hope that you guys have really enjoyed it. And if you did, even if you listened to it, even if you didn't buy it on Amazon, that's totally fine. It would mean so much to me if you would pop over to Amazon and leave a rating or review. That helps new readers find the book. And always, it seems, there is someone who goes through who I have no idea if they even read the book. They don't actually leave reviews. They just do a star rating. And there's always one or two in the very beginning, right after I launch a book, where it's like a 1-star rating. And that pulls down your average pretty significantly when you only have those first few books or those first few reviews that are coming out on your book. So if you would pop over there and leave a rating or a review, I'm going to post the link below so that you can easily go over to do that. That would mean a lot to me. The second thing is that I hope you have claimed your goodies, your free Reindeer Pass goodies. There is a homemade gift guide. There are some free printable gift tags that you can pop onto your presents this year. You can print as many pages as you want. And yeah, as long as you have a color printer. I find printing them on cardstock is easiest, but if you have access to a laminator, you could print them on, is that the term for that machine? Laminator? I think it is. I just second guessed myself, but I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, do you ever do that where you hear a word, you say a word and you're like, that doesn't sound right, but okay. Anyway, so you can do that. There is also the mini Reindeer Pass cookbook with a couple of recipes straight out of the Reindeer Pass bakery. Let's see. And the last thing that I want to do is tell you about a special author friend who I want to tell you about her YouTube channel for her audiobooks. All right. So my friend who I'm going to share her page today is Kimberly Mon Petit, Sweet and Clean Romance to Warm the Heart and Soul. So the book that she would like me to share about today is The Neighbor's Secret. It is narrated by Sarah Sempino, and it is a secret billionaire romance book. So you guys hop on over. I will have this linked below as always, and I hope that you enjoy.